All right, out here in the range today. Wanted to take a couple minutes to make a short video, address something I find kind of a neat concept. You can definitely argue that this it might be a little bit controversial, but when we do this, we take appropriate precautions prior to this. Everything's completely safe and justifiable. So we'll get down to it. We talk about rifles, carbines, things like that. Natural point of aim, pretty common thing, common knowledge. It's widely practiced when we're out at 200, 300, 400 yards with a long gun. We work in our position, get our natural point of aim, and we start working that trigger. When we talk about pistols, natural point of aim still applies. However, it's kind of left at curbside. So the purpose of this video really is if we take a really good look at the natural point of aim as it relates to handguns, and we kind of get our feedback from our own bodies, the way we're actually working, how powerful that actually can be. So I'm going to work getting myself into a good natural point of aim. I'm over here at 5 yards. I got a piece of steel set up. It has a good 45 degree can on it, so it's completely safe at this distance. I'm going to work my natural point of aim. I'm going to pay attention to a lot of feedback from my body, and then I'm going to start working some draw strokes to the target until eventually I'm drawing with my eyes closed and my sights are going exactly where I need them to go. All right, so we're getting ready to start working these exercises right now. One important thing to know, actually two. Before I came out here the first time when that was, and I actually did this live fire, this was perfected, put through its paces, and I really took a good look at this through means of dry practice in my living room in a safe environment with the ammunition completely in a different spot. That's first off. Second off, one of our firearm safety rules that does not just simply apply to a range, it applies to all facets of life when we are working with any sort of firearm, is be aware of your target's foreground and background. Now, inherently, that's kind of going to go to the wayside if I'm blindfolded. So our lady who does a lot of our enrollments and whatnot, she's out here holding the camera today. Before I actually take a shot blindfolded, she's going to be the one verifying that my target's foreground and background is still clear, just in the event, ungodly event that something happened to come in front of my barrel, whether it be a deer or a dog, who knows. So with that being said, when we start doing this, my feet are not going to leave where they are. I'm going to try and keep my feet as planted as possible. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw. We're not rushing right now. It's just a simple draw. We're going to draw and present towards where we're about to shoot. As I'm at full presentation, right now what I'm paying attention to is I'm really paying attention to the friction that I'm putting forth in the grip of the gun. I'm paying attention to how my feet are planted in the earth. I'm paying attention to how much pressure I'm kind of applying through my muscles, how tight my core is. Kind of feeling how my muscles feel, the whole package, kind of from collarbone on down. Now I'm going to repeat that process with my eyes closed. All right, right now my sights are just a little bit off to the right from the center of the target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my right foot in place, and I'm just going to move my left foot back right around a half an inch or so. All right, now that I just moved my feet, by me moving my feet, it actually kind of realigns my body, and I'm going to repeat this process again with my eyes closed. I'm not quite there just yet. I'm still a little bit off. I'm going to move my left foot one more time. All right, right now my sights are perfect. My sights are exactly where they need to be with my eyes closed. So if we actually kind of take a step back and look at what just happened, our bodies are putting that gun exactly where it needs to go in order for us to take a shot. Kind of an interesting conversation I had with someone not too far back. We were talking about just kind of the way our eyes work, things like that. And one thing that was brought up, and it's definitely kind of a unique type theory, but if we do meaningful repetitions, a lot of deliberate practice, what really happens at the end is that our eyes are the justification that our body did the work properly. So in real world, our eyes, obviously, they're using to scan left and right. They're using to verify that we did the work with our handgun correctly. They're used to assess the situations of where we're at, to observe, orient, decide, and act. But specifically as it relates to shooting at one target, our bodies actually tell us what we are doing right and wrong. So I'm going to load this gun up, get a blindfold on, and I'm going to take one shot. All right, I got my eyes and ears on. My gun still isn't loaded yet. I'm gonna take one last repetition to verify some stuff. Then we'll put some ammo in here, gas it up, and we'll do it.
Clear.
Oh, there goes my ears. All right, what you just saw, I kind of dig it. I like the way it kind of works out. That was shot right around 5 yards right now, A-zone size piece of steel. Again, the steel's at a 45-degree cant, so any chance of spalling, we're good. When we really take a step back and we really pay attention to our bodies, our body alignment, the way our bodies feel when we're actually at a really good natural point of aim, our body really does the work for us. And if you start thinking about it in terms of our eyes are the justification at the last minute that we did the work correctly, kind of makes you look at things a little bit differently. So I'm not saying just go out and just start burning ammo with the blindfold on, because that's just stupid. It's really silly and dangerous. The exercise is really just telling you that your body does a lot of that work for you when you do a lot of meaningful repetitions. Again, our eyes are there for justification that the body did the work properly. So good goal with this drill. Yeah, we want to hit the target. I'm going to step back a little bit so you can take a look at my feet. When I draw my handgun normally, before I really started working about natural point of aim, my natural stance that I used to use a lot was obviously lower center of gravity and a little bit more aggressive. So as soon as I'd get ready to shoot, it'd be kind of an aggressive stance. I draw, present, and fire. Well, right here is pretty aggressive. However, when I start working natural point of aim, this is not natural for my body alignment. So my feet are kind of about right here for a normal aggressive stance. My natural point of aim is right about right here in that like traditional isosceles type stance. So the goal really is that if this is natural, this is aggressive, we have to try and work to kind of bridge that gap to find that happy medium. The aggressive stances are nice. There's a lot of pros and cons to them. For the aggressive stance, if something were to happen, our center of gravity is a little lower. We're kind of in that ready to run type of a stance, so it definitely helps us out if we need to get out of the way, lateral diagonal movement. And likewise, if I'm completely squared up like this, I don't really like it too much. It doesn't really offer me that explosiveness that I need to do a lateral diagonal movement. So again, my aggressive stance, left foot, right foot, kind of point of aim right here, natural point of aim, we got to really work to bridge that gap. So give this a try, dry practice in your living room. If you come out here to a live range, that's cool. Make sure you got a buddy with you that can watch your back and make sure your target's foreground and background is clear. So that's it for today. Stay safe, get off those damn keyboards, quit being a keyboard warrior. Get out here and start training.